A very good evening and welcome to the national broadcast. I'm Malsha Dharmavadana.
A very good evening indeed. I'm Javed Bongzo and we begin with the headlines of tonight's news.
Debate on the Easter Commission report begins. Several disclosures from Minister Sarath Weerasekara. The Attorney General instructs the IGP to implement the law against those who imported weapons including swords. The Gazette notification pertaining to the increase of the daily wage of the plantation labour to 1,000 rupees has been released.
Now for those and other stories in detail. Minister of Public Security Rear Admiral Sarath Weerasekara has made a special statement regarding the East attack in Parliament today. He has disclosed many information of the attack during his speech. Accordingly, 676 persons have so far been arrested in the island in connection with the Easter attack. Out of this number, 202 persons have been placed under detention. A further 66 persons have been placed under interrogation. The minister added that investigations continue regarding 408 persons who have been released on bail. Inquiries have revealed that the previous regime had been negligent in its duties and responsibilities in preventing the attack, even when they had substantial evidence of an impending attack. The intelligence divisions have been fully destabilized and the Department of Criminal Investigation had been subjected to politicization. Under such circumstances, it had become possible for the perpetrators of crime to engage in their murderous actions. The present government, upon assuming duties, has been successful in arresting 99 persons in the island who are either directly or indirectly involved in the Easter attack. 35 suspects in foreign lands have also been arrested and investigations conducted. The State Intelligence Service were able to bring into Sri Lanka 50 out of the 54 suspects arrested by state intelligence services in 5 countries. The remaining 4 suspects are scheduled to be brought immediately after conclusion of court cases against them in foreign countries. It has also been revealed that all the suspects had been nurturing extremism and remitted monies to Sri Lanka for propagation of extremism. The minister further said that a proper methodology has been prepared to engage in supervision of suspected expatriate Sri Lankans with the assistance of the state intelligence services of the respective countries. 17 females were reported to have given pledges for suicide attacks under Zaharan. 5 of them had died. Charges have been filed against another 3 of them. Another 7 suspects are being detained and interrogated. Investigations are underway to apprehend the remaining 2 females who had pledged allegiance to Zaharan. The minister further said that a local company had imported 1,440 swords from China in 2015. It has also been reported that some of these swords were distributed among persons in Slave Island, Kathankudi and Beruwala. Negombo and Kurunegala were reported to have manufactured 27 swords. 35 persons have been arrested and cases filed against 7 suspects in this regard. It has also been disclosed that necessary funds and physical resources for the attack have been provided through the businesses of Dulham Inshaf brothers and also by foreign extremist organizations including pro-IS groups in the Middle East.
Debate on the report of the Presidential Investigation Commission, which has inquired into the Easter attack, has commenced in Parliament today. The 3-day debate is being conducted according to a proposal submitted by the government at the adjournment session. Parliamentarian Jayantha Veerasinghe said that it was the previous government that has created the background for the incident and also appointed a commission in this regard. He added that the commission report has clearly stated that none of the members of the previous regime is able to disassociate themselves from the responsibilities of the tragedy. The parliamentarian further said that Asoka Abesinghe has previously said that the president and Basil Rajapaksa were responsible for the incident. He had inquired as to why Abesinghe did not complain to the police in this connection. Parliamentarian Niroshan Pereira said that if there was any person in previous government who has committed any offence, the law should be turned against them. Minister Mahindananda Aludgamage said that Gayantha Kiriyala, Sajit, Champika, Fonseca, Ranjit Bandara were all in the cabinet of the previous government. The minister also said that it was the Western powers that have given prominence for the formation of the previous regime, which came into power in 2015. He added that everyone in the previous government must be responsible for this incident. They have set aside the national security in order to give first place to reconciliation. Minister Aludgamage also said that upon assuming of duties as president, Gotabaya Rajapaksa has inquired the reverse as president. Gotabaya Rajapaksa have inquired Reverend Cardinal whether he was satisfied with the appointees to the commission. He added that His Eminence have responded saying that he was satisfied. He also said that President Gotabaya Rajapaksa have requested the Reverend Cardinal to appoint the representatives also to the commission. He added that, however, the Reverend Cardinal had refused to assess to the request. When the president came into power, war heroes have given testimony before the commission without any fear. Minister further said that the president's assumption of duties have also enabled to surface the truth of the issue. The report has bluntly pointed out that Rauf Hakim's party has helped Saharan. Hakim has even visited the bomber. One of the biggest supporters of Jatika Samagi Balavegaya, Rishad Baduddin, has also assisted extremism. The minister has also said that page 134 of the commission report says that Baduddin has also visited the suicide bomber.
The Attorney General has informed the Inspector General of Police to identify the persons who had imported swords and other weapons to the country during the Easter Sunday attack period and to implement the law against them. The AG has also ordered the IGP to provide a full report in this regard before the 26th of this month. The Attorney General has given the orders according to request for a writ ordinance submitted before the Appeals Court by the Reverend Cardinal. The AG has further instructed IGP to keep under the custody of the IGP the weapons found during the Easter attack period and also to identify the locations where the weapons were hidden. The IGP has also been advised to take legal action against those who are responsible for keeping in their possession of the weapons or engaged in distribution of such weapons. A discussion between the Attorney General and the Reverend Cardinal has been conducted recently to ascertain the present position on the legal measures being taken in connection with the Easter attack. Coordinating Officer of the Attorney General, Attorney at Law Nishara Jayaratna, said that the AG has enlightened the Reverend Cardinal regarding the present status of the court cases.
Chairman of Committee on Public Enterprise Parliamentarian Professor Charita Herath says that the authority of the Parliament to probe the management of public funds have been challenged on certain instances. He made these remarks after tabling the first report of the 9th session of the committee in Parliament today. Chairman of the Committee on the Public Enterprise Parliamentarian Professor Charita Herath said that issues have risen in fulfilling certain legal obligations vested with committee in certain instances. He also pointed problematic conditions have occurred in certain companies registered under the Companies Act and a special report on the irregularities will be tabled in Parliament. The committee chair also said that several companies and institutions have challenged the authority of the parliamentary bodies in certain instances. Appreciating the unbiased work conducted by the CORP committee and its chair, parliamentarian S.M. Marika said that certain institutions which function under public funds often claim before the committees that the parliamentary bodies have no authority to probe into their financial affairs.
A Hindu encyclopedia with 12 edited volumes was launched at the Temple Trees yesterday under the patronage of Prime Minister Mahinda Rajapaksa. The encyclopedia has been edited by the Department of Hindu Religious and Cultural Affairs in connection with the Mahashivaratri Day. The original Hindu encyclopedia was compiled in the year 1988. The final edition has taken place in the year 2014, comprising of 12 volumes. The necessary sponsorship has been provided by the Prime Minister. The Prime Minister has handed over to the Hindu clergymen the latest edition of the 12 revised volumes. The clergy has commended the significant role played by the Prime Minister as the Minister in charge on behalf of Hindu religious affairs in the country. Presentation of financial aid of 50,000 rupees each to 50 Kovils selected on the instructions of the Prime Minister for the celebrations of the Mahasivaratri Day with devotion under health guidelines has also taken place on this occasion. Cheques were symbolically handed over to several Kovils. Minister Douglas Devanand, the parliamentarians Suren Raghavan, Angajan Ramanathan and M. Rameshwaran were also attended the event.
You're watching the national broadcast and we continue with more local stories. The Gazette notification proclaiming a daily wage of 1,000 rupees for the plantation labourers have been issued. The notice was being enforced with effect from 5th of this month. A proposal pertaining to increase the daily wages of estate labourers to 1,000 rupees have been included in the budget proposal of 2021. It has been instructed by Minister of Finance and Prime Minister Mahinda Rajapaksa. Although several rounds of discussions have been conducted in the past few months, it has not been possible to enter into an agreement. Minister in charge Nimasiri Palaja Silva has submitted the issue to the Salaries Commission. Accordingly, the Commission has decided to pay a comprehensive daily wage of 1,000 rupees, which included 900 rupee daily wage and an additional 100 rupee budget relief allowance. Opportunities have been provided to present any objections until the 15th of last month. Thereafter, the decision of the Salaries Commission on the payment of 1,000 rupee daily wage to the plantation labourers have been confirmed. Commissioner General of Labour have decided to release the relevant Gazette notification. Accordingly, the extraordinary Gazette notification with effect from 5th of this month have been published.
The epidemiology unit says that 743,775 persons have been vaccinated under COVID-19 vaccination program. The vaccination program has been carried out for the 41st day today. Close to 6,713 persons were vaccinated yesterday. The number of recoveries from COVID-19 has reached 83,210. It is a percentage of 96.19. Another 2,782 patients are continuously undergoing treatment. Another 160 COVID-19 patients have been identified today. All the patients have been detected as close contacts to the Paliagoda COVID cluster. Bodies of the 38 COVID-19 victims have so far been buried in Otter Marwadi in Batklo. The Director General of Health Services says that 62 COVID-19 afflicted students have sat for this year's GCE ordinary level examination.
A new ritual has been added to the Sinhala and Tamil New Year in parallel to the Husma Denaturu tree planting program. Accordingly, it has been decided to implement the new program titled Nakathata Palaya. The relevant agreement was signed at the Ministry of Environment today. The Sri Lanka Rupavahini Corporation and the Dialogue Asiata Company extended sponsorship to the program implemented by the Ministry of Environment. Minister Mahindananda Amaravira, Chairman of the SLRC, Dr. Nihal Jatilaka, and Senior General Manager of the Dialogue Asiata Company, Harsha Samaranayaka, have signed the agreement. The aim of the program is to inherit a green Sri Lanka to the future generation by increasing the overall forest cover in the island to 30%. It has been estimated that there are between 5.5 and 5.6 families engaged in fulfilling Sinhala Aluth Aurudhu rituals. It is expected that around 4 million families would take part in planting of sapling rituals. Measures are also underway to look after the growth of the plant until it turns into a massive tree.
And that's it for tonight's news. Thank you for watching. Good night.
Good night.